Hey guys, GeneralMcBadass here, and today I've got another build for you. Today's build is The End. The End is a Cold War era sniper known for his stealth and his ability to snipe without the help of a spotter. His signature weapon is the Mosin Nagant. Today's build will focus on a pseudo-stealth build, one effective in both stealth and loud scenarios. The necessary skills today revolve around maximizing our effectiveness with a sneaky Mosin Nagant. In Technician, you want Rifleman. In Fugitive, you want Low Blow. Now, since this is a pseudo-stealth build, I also picked up skills such as Sneaky Bastard, and a lot of stealth skills such as ECM Specialist, ECM Overdrive, Fast Hands, Cleaner, Sprinter, Spotter, Control Freak, and Dominator. And with what little points I had, I picked up things such as Endurance, Transporter, and Die Hard from Enforcer, and Nerves of Steel from Technician. Our perk deck is the Rogue perk deck. For our weapons today, we're going to be using the Nagant Sniper Rifle as our primary, and for our secondary, we're going to be using a high consuming secondary so we can get the full benefit of Low Blow. On our Nagant, we have the Short Barrel, Iron Sight, and the Discreet Stock. For our secondary, we're going to be using the Judge with a compact laser module. For our melee, we're going to be using the Ursa Tanto knife. And since we're using the Rogue perk deck, I'm going to be bringing the two-piece suit. Well, there you have it. Those are the weapons, the skills, and the whole build. I've slept enough for one life. I've slept enough for an eternity. Allow me to linger a little bit longer for one final heist. Alright, so this was just going to be a pretty quick build because in the end it's pretty similar to the John Wick build. You know, a lot of the fugitive tree, and it shares a lot of the skills too. There are a few differences I did want to talk about, and yeah, we'll get right into this. So as you can see here, got the Mosin, Judge, Knife Suit, and the biggest difference is that the weapon selection is, the weapon selection is much different. As you can see, I have 22 visibility, but I do have a sniper rifle, and a sniper rifle is a very powerful primary as opposed to, you know, just about anything else, really. Same with the Judge. And both of these weapons are weapons that don't really require skills, which is why, you know, instead of like the Akimbos where you need to have pistol skills for them to be very good, this one you don't need any of those skills, which means you can free up one tree. And as such, I can actually make this more of a stealth build rather than just a pure loud Akimbo type build. So let's go ahead and break some glass, I guess. We should be doing that. So yeah, the deal with this is that the sniper is the focal point of this build. The sniper with Low Blow. It's very interesting. The sniper is already a very powerful weapon, so is the Judge. And on Death Wish, it allows you to be able to one-shot most things, but there are some things you can't one-shot. And with the Low Blow, with the crits, you get a 30% chance of crits with the two weapons. Since I have the skills aced out, and I am under 25 visibility, so I will get the full advantage of those skills. And with that, it actually becomes a somewhat reliable skill to increase your damage in weapons that isn't like shotgun skills. You know, shotgun skills are very powerful. There's like Overkill, there's Berserker. And we don't quite have that with this build, but you still do pretty well, you know? Oh my god. I can't break glass to save my life. So the point of this build is just to have some powerful weapons that don't require the use of skills, which frees up one of your trees so you can do whatever else you might want to do with it, you know? Because in the John Wick build, it is a very heavy Fugitive Mastermind build, and to be honest, it's hard to use anything else. But with this build, I can actually use my ECMs, and I should have, actually. I forgot to. Let's go ahead and do that. Grab myself some ATMs. So this is more of a stealth build than the other build is. Whoop. But like I said, it shares a lot of similar characteristics, you know? Nah, that's probably not a good idea. And also, you know, the difference is that I'm using the rogue tree instead of... That is a skulldozer. Woo. Yeah, the rogue tree instead of the crook tree. So, you know, it shows that this is pretty interchangeable and it's really just preference. Rogue is really nice because of that extra 80% weapon swap speed. Damn, I don't know how he's getting him. Oh my god, everybody's dying. That is a skulldozer. I hope he's gonna get stunned for at least a few seconds. Oh god. Dodge, save me! There we go. Nice. His nade helped out. Oh shit, I got stuck. Okay, there we go. That was pretty close. So like I said, this build is pretty similar to the existing John Wick build, but only a slight few differences. You know, mostly the weapon changes. These weapons are, they're very powerful, and they're not very spammy, so you have to place your shots very well. And if you have Walk-in Closet, it'll, you know, you'll still have very good ammo pickup, like 1-for-1. But you're not going to stay sustained nearly as long as if you had the other weapons. Although on Death Wish, it doesn't really matter. You know, they're still pretty good. And one of the things I love about the Judge is that the Judge doesn't require skills to be used. That's why I love the Judge so much more than the Locomotive. Whereas the Locomotive, yeah, it's got a bit more versatility, but you need all those skills to make them godly on Death Wish. But with the Judge, I don't need to. Oh god, Rogue Dodge is so good. See, as you can see there, crits is actually, it comes in very handy, you know. I can't one-shot these camo guys, but occasionally with the crits I will. About a 1 in 3 chance, which is not half bad. So the Judge will keep you sustained for close range, the Sniper for long range, and on the very good plus side of this is that despite this interesting setup of weapons, you can still stealth with it, you know. I have 22 visibility. If you brought a 30 concealment secondary, you can have 20 visibility. And it's, yeah, you can stealth with that. It's pretty crazy. So this is an interesting build in the sense that you can go stealth, like full stealth, because you can actually get skills for the stealth, like ECMs, or, you know, if you want something else, you can do that. And it still has loud capabilities, you know? Ooh, that's a lot of people. I'm scared of weak cops. So, with Walk-in Closet, you know, I haven't needed to hit an ammo bag at all. Just, as long as I can kill enough things with one shot, I should be able to be sustained for quite a while. I'm gonna take one of those. That's some cloakers, yep. He's done. Oh my god, I'm done! I have no idea why they all just came in. Oh, so many cloakers. Whew, that was terrible. But yeah, I didn't want to do too much for this. You know, it's a straightforward build, and the biggest thing is just the he got fucked. The biggest thing is just the difference in the weapons. And it's a nice alternative to, you know, Akimbos, and it still utilizes the fugitive tree very well. Alrighty, so that failure, I guess, gives me another chance to do this and talk about it a little more, because there are some things that I did want to mention that are pretty interesting, you know. So I switched to my mini-meds. Of course, I have 14 of them, which is very nice. Very good for going loud. And see, what have we? We've already discussed that this build is good for both stealth and loud, and that the crits are also very nice for these high-powered weapons. They're not as good as, well, as you'd think they would be with these high-powered weapons, because they're pretty decent. And he got cuffed. Wow. They're pretty decent, but the problem is that, okay, I guess we're going. Whee! Flying cops. They're pretty decent, but they're not spammy weapons. So what that means is that you're not going to get the crits nearly as often as you would with the akimbo weapons, or with a pistol, or with an assault rifle. But that doesn't mean it's not going to benefit much. You know, it still benefits a lot. Like I said, you have a 30% chance to crit pretty much 1 in every 3 shot. So, in 1 in every 3 shot, with the judge, I talked about the camo guy, right? I can't one-shot the camo guy, but every 1 in 3 shot, I will. With the sniper rifle, I can't one-shot a taser or a shield by, you know, shooting through the shield, penetrating the shield. But, in 1 in every 3 chance, I actually will be able to kill a taser in 1 shot, or the shield, through the shield, with 1 shot. That's actually really nice. So I slowly knife these. So yeah, that is a very nice thing to note with this build. You know, the crits with these high-powered weapons make them pretty nice for Death Wish. And the thing is, I don't have Berserker, I don't have Overkill, you know, I don't have those Enforcer skills to get me my damage up. And because of that, it makes it, well, it makes it pretty nice. So stealth, good. Loud, good. I mean, it's a pretty much a fairly decent all-around build. There we go. Anyway, as always, I'm gonna chill back here where it's a bit more safe. Shame we didn't get that right there, but if I can find another shield to myself, we'll see if we can one-shot it. Not that one. That's a Skulldozer. Whoop, look at that right there. One-shot the taser. There's no way I would be able to do that otherwise. Unless I had Berserker. So, yeah. The crits are very handy with the setup. And, you know, you are carrying a sniper and a judge. And it's amazing that you can actually get this to work like this. Oh boy, in custody already. Is this game... I am playing it in pubs. I did have some friends earlier, but they both left. One shot that taser. Oh, I didn't actually. Ah, pulling back. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, sniper is beautiful for going loud, and the fact that it can double as a stealth weapon. Oh, that's great. Please tell me the hostage is close by. Ooh, it is. Gotta pick up some ammo, running a little bit low on my Mosin. There we go. So this is a very capable stealth and loud setup. Oh my god, the crits. Look at that. Just one-shotting the camo guys. Beautiful. That is a shield. That is a Skulldozer. 2, 3. Wow. It should not have taken that many shots. I think I missed the head a few times. Especially since I already took off his faceplate. There we go. I don't know where the taser is. Now we hide in here. First aid kit here. Oh yeah, I forgot I had those. I'm sorry. Should be putting those down. Really? I can't put them there? I'll put them here then. Nope, never mind. Yep, there we go, I'm dead. That's what I get for trying to put them in a fancy spot.
Get off the ground!
I'll put them here instead.
Dozer!
Get out of here. I can't put them here. There we go, I can put them back here. Ooh, look at that. Damn. So this build definitely makes the most sense for a pseudo stealth build. You know, you like the stealth, but if you fail the stealth, you still like going loud, or if you like doing pro missions, but you don't like just giving up. This will serve you pretty well. And I think that Dozer was just shooting at me. Let's do this. Oh, he did not get stunned. He did not get stunned. Nope. That killed me. But I stunned the Dozer. That was the thing I wanted to do. I need a medic bag. I got cloakers. There we go. Gotta make sure you go for the head. That is a skull dozer. I should not have lived. Oh my god, Dodge, you are something else. You are something else. I'm gonna heal up. Because I'm gray as fuck. Rogue dodge is something amazing. You get a lot of dodge. But of course, the obvious downside, your armor is not quite as tanky, which on Death Wish really doesn't matter too much. So Rogue dodge is really nice on Death Wish. It's a shame. I said earlier that, you know, you can one-shot a shield through the shield, but I haven't been able to get it yet. Kind of depressing. Because earlier, I was playing this after my friends left, and there were a lot of pubs that came in, and I kept on trying to do this, but, yeah, never completed it. Pubs are a crapshoot. Let's just be honest. Okay, well, we can leave now. Let's go ahead and leave. Haha, I'm dead. Awesome. Well, this pub wasn't a crapshoot. Congrats, guys. I died a few times in that little hole. But as you can see, the weapons themselves, very powerful, very good. Despite the fact that I don't have shotgun skills, the Judge still serves me well. The Mosin, of course, serves very well. And should you get the crits, you know, it'll do well. I think I did show that I could one-shot a taser occasionally. A few times I didn't, but what can you really do? You know, it's not a pure loud build, and it's not a pure stealth build. So you get a little bit of the best of both worlds, but you don't really master it. You know, you're not a master of going loud. You're not a master of stealth. But it's good. It's good. And since this is similar to the John Wick build, I didn't want to talk about it too much, although I did end up playing this twice. So that's that. It's pretty good, no? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Not bad at all. The end, fucking amazing.